we're joined by Mike Orford.
Hello Andy,
Head of PR for SEAT UK.
Okay, good to have you along.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us. What are you here for today?
That's a good question, and I'm glad you asked it. We've launched a lot of new cars in the last 12 months, and some of those for your guys are Leons and Ibizas, but just to fill a bit of background away from that for a moment, we've launched a new Alhambra, which has just arrived today, and also we've got some new Exeo models as well, so we're filling out the range. Altea as well, Altea XL, some new ecomotives. But for you guys in particular, we've got some new variants of the Leon and some new Ibiza models.
Excellent, sounds good. The new Arossa, obviously you've got the Arossa out that come out. When was the first Arossa out?
That's a bit of a tricky question to put me on the spot with. No, the Arossa came out in 1997 or 98. I think it's 98 actually, because I was a motor journalist at the time and drove that. Swiftly followed by the Lupo, of course. It was part of the same platform. We left that market in the sort of mid-2000s, about 2004, and it was quite a good market for us. But what's been planned now in the Volkswagen Group, the Volkswagen Up was shown to the public, the concept of it, in 2008. Since then it's been developed, and it's been stated that a version will be built quite soon in Bratislava, and there will be SEAT and Skoda versions of that car. Okay,
but you can't sort of say what it's going to be called or whether it's going to be...
No, the naming is usually the last thing to be finalised, so it might be called a Arossa following that, but it might not be. And we don't know much about the car itself at the moment. Just suffice to say it will compete against the likes of the Fiat 500, the Hyundai i10, Ford Ka, that kind of size car, which are becoming increasingly popular for obvious reasons as people downsize, and we'll have the latest group technology in the TSI engines, etc. So yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to that. It's a good sector for us to be in.
Excellent, great little city car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there ever going to be a Mark III Leon? I know obviously you've already got the Cooper, and the Cooper R has just been launched. It's probably...
Yeah, the Leon, the current Leon was launched in 2005, and the model cycles at SEAT are usually about 7 or 8 years or so. So you can see, we was just revising the Leon last year. It's not about to be replaced in the next few months, but certainly in the next 2-3 years we'll see a replacement for that car. Leon's hugely important to us. There will be another Leon, of course. It's our second best-selling car worldwide after the Ibiza.
Sure. And do you know who'll be designing it? Would it be Luke?
I can tell you exactly who's designing it. It is Luke Donkavolt, of Lamborghini fame, and you can expect to see certain cues from recent cars, maybe even the IBE concept car has some clues in its future design, so got that to look forward to.
You're saying about the IBE concept car, do you think that would ever go into production, and when?
Tricky question. I think that how we've sort of positioned the IBE is that is a massive statement of intent for SEAT in two ways. One is the style, so again what you've seen on that car in terms of its edges, the crispness of the lines, you'll be seeing on future SEATs. And the technology is a statement of intent. So SEAT won't necessarily always mean four-cylinder turbocharged Cupras as an ultimate statement. We can have a pure electric vehicle as well. That's the way cars are going, and Spain as well wants to be at the forefront of electric cars. So it's important that SEAT's absolutely in there. And the IBE it's great because most electric cars look a bit worthy. I mean, you're seeing in London things like the G-Wiz, and a lot of other electric cars like Renault at Paris was showing things like the Twizy, and they look great, but kind of egg-shaped, a bit sort of green. This is a proper low-slung coupe, and there is no reason why an electric car can't look like that. It's small. That's right. It's actually shorter than the Ibiza, but it's wider than the Leon, so the proportions are very sports car-esque. But why not have an electric car that looks great? You don't have to make them look sort of slightly nerdy.
I think that would be quite popular. Touring car and British Touring Car Championships and World Touring Car. Any plans for SEAT to go back into it next year or even at all?
Not at the moment, no. We've made a big statement in motorsport obviously the last few years, and we are still, until the end of the season, the current holders of the World Touring Car Championship with the Leon diesel, and the previous year as well. And in British touring cars, we made history by being the first to compete in a diesel, or first to win, sorry, in a diesel car. What happened was we've moved out of that area for now. We've concentrated our marketing spend on other things, but we'd still like to be associated with motorsport. There's a Leon Euro Cup series running throughout Europe, and we like to support local teams in the UK running Leons. But as far as full participation at the moment, we just putting our resources elsewhere.
Okay.
But never say never. We might get involved in the future.
Yeah.
We did do rallying at one point, and you never know where we might pop up again.
Definitely. You certainly did pretty good in the touring cars anyway. So it made a
very good actually. I'd say mine are pretty good. Yeah, we did very, especially on the worldwide stage. For Ivan Muller and Gabriel Tarquini to win outright.
Exactly. 2 years
consecutive years was brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that's about it. Last but not least, if you could have any 5 cars, anything, what would they be?
What apart from the Leon, the Altea, the Exeo, the Alhambra, and the Ibiza? Well, of the Seat stable, an Ibiza Cupra are in matte black. That aftermarket wrap thing you might have seen out there today would be pretty awesome. Yeah. And then after that, I think I'll be grabbing from the classic cars table actually.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. There's quite a few, like a Ferrari Dino maybe.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So I think maybe we'll have something like a Caterham 7. Yeah. There's that, or maybe a Lotus 340R. Have you ever seen one of those without any doors?
Yes.
Roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Sort of track kind of car.
And then probably a Lamborghini Miura, which I'll be in good company there because Luke Donkavolt drives one.
Oh, does he really?
He didn't design it clearly. He was very young when it came out, but he was head of design at Lamborghini for a while, so he treated himself to one. And actually, I know I've surpassed the 5 already, but while we're at it, a Murcielago would be pretty amazing.
It goes without saying, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Andy.
Good to see you again.
You too. All right.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.